Hello and welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to check out the Gulikit dock for the Nintendo Switch. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions with, yes, another dock review from the Nintendo Switch. It seems like I've done like 1,000 of these, but this one, a little bit different, a little bit unique. I'm excited to take a look at it. Now, if you do want to check out some of the other videos that we've done on the Nintendo Switch and the different docks that are out there, do me a huge favor. Check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel, and if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. And what I want to know down in the comments, out of all the docks that are out there for the Nintendo Switch, what's your favorite one? I mean, this one I'm hoping is pretty promising. The one from Hyperkin that looks like the N64 is amazing. The new one from the folks over at Brook Gaming, the fact that I can use Bluetooth headphones right with the dock, super sweet. It also works as a DeX dock for my Samsung phone. Pretty cool. So the Gulikit dock for the Nintendo Switch was sent to us by ValueQ, and we're going to have a link down below where if you want to check this out and pick one up for yourself, you can do so. I do want to thank them for sending us one of these for review. Now, to use this with your Switch, you will need to use a separate power supply. None is included with the dock itself. I highly recommend just go with the Nintendo OEM Power Supply. There have been not issues, but in the past there were some power supplies that were out of spec that could damage your Nintendo Switch, and it was pretty much narrowed down to the power supply used. That's why most manufacturers now, they don't include one. Gulikit does not either. For those of you Primus fans out there, the name Gulikit kind of reminds me of Gulikit from, I think it was on Sailing the Seas of Cheese. And they have actually made accessories for the Switch for some time. Probably one of their most popular accessories for the Switch, and Switch Lite for that matter, is they have a little USB-C dongle that you can plug into the system, and it will make it compatible with Bluetooth headphones too. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it, we're going to throw it on the bench, we're going to see how it comes out of the box, we're going to test the fit and finish on it, see how our Switch actually sits in it, and we're going to play some games like Horizon Chase Turbo. If you liked Outrun for the Sega Genesis at all, definitely need to give this one a look. Let's go. So here we have the Gulikit Switch dock. You know, pretty nondescript box, really. Switch always keeps cooling through the air outlets, support docking for smartphones, so this may also support the DeX dock, USB 3.0 port for various device connections, easy switch to TV and dock mode, portable use for charging dock 2, conforms to USB-C PD protocol, supports original Switch adapters and other 5-volt 3-amp adapters, flash architecture switch, flash architecture design, firmware upgradable for Switch new system. Okay, so let's take a look. How do we open this guy up? Nice box. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to use it for anything after I'm done with it. Maybe, you know, if you transport or travel quite a bit, it might be worth keeping to throw in there. Oh, that's a magnet. Little instruction sheet there. What does this say? When in use, remove magnetic cover and place in the position as shown on the top edge. Okay. There's a manual and the dock itself. You know what? I gotta say, it looks like an Apple TV. That's what it reminds me of, is an Apple TV. Nice kind of rubberized foot on the bottom so that it shouldn't slip and slide around. On the back you have a dock mode button. I'm sure that'll go between tabletop and TV mode, an HDMI out, a USB 3.0 input on the back, and an AC adapter, and that is USB-C on there. Oh, that's neat. So the two dots go up, huh? Okay. Can't do it that way. Why am I so dumb? That's not it. That's it. Okay. So that's when you have it in dock mode, how it would you would mount the Switch in here. So one thing of note too, on older docks it did have two little dimples in here that went outward to kind of center the bottom of the Switch dock here and here you can see where it would key in. This omits that, and why that's important is the fact that you can actually use this as a charging dock for the Switch Lite if you would want to. And let's just see how the Switch itself fits in here. Pretty good fit. It does have a decent amount of support for the back of the Switch. If you don't have that on there, I don't know that it's going to cause a whole lot of issues, but and there you saw the strength of the magnet, the way it just sucked it right back in and everything. Nice, small, compact. I do like the fact that, you know, basically when you're traveling, you can just flip this down, and that's all the bigger that it is. Before we hook it up and get some gameplay, however, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over again. I just want to see how the Switch Lite fits in here. There we go. A little bit more of a gap in the back. Overall, not bad. I mean, if you want to play in tabletop mode with the Switch Lite, you can do it with something like this. Or if you just want a, a little bit more sturdy, desktop dock versus that guy there. And this does have that USB-C or the USB 3.0 port on the back, so you can use wired controllers if you want. Now let's test it out. So I'm doing this capture a little bit differently. I'm using my Elgato, that way everybody gets to hear the audio, which when I use my EasyCap 284 for some reason, I think it's an HDCP issue, the Nintendo Switch just doesn't output audio. But I'm also capturing straight from the camera right into the computer, so that's why you see down, it'd be down that way from where I'm sitting. You can see the video where, so over there is player 1, player 2. So this is Relic Hunters Zero Remix. We are going to play the hard level for a couple of moments, and if you haven't played this game yet, you should. It's freaking awesome. So one of the nice side benefits of me capturing this way, I don't have to worry about audio being out of sync with me and what's being captured in the game. So everything feels good so far. I think it looks quite nice too. And this is a game too that the audio is just, it's really, really good on. If you like collectathons, I would say, I dare say if you like Ratchet and Clank, I think you'd like this as well. And part of the reason why I say that too is because it is kind of that collectathon like Ratchet and Clank are. The weapons are awesome. They make me smile. It's a fun game. And if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. So Relic Hunter Zero Remix looks pretty good. Let's see what else we have on here. We'll do Blaster Master Zero Remix. Great game, and there's a physical version coming now. It's available for pre-order at the time of this recording from Limited Run Games. Like I say, I think the colors and everything look good on this. I'm not feeling any additional lag or anything like that. I mean, this just perfect example of what the original NES looked like, but even better. The music in this game is also just, I mean, the original had great music too, but this is even better still. And what's kind of cool about games like this is the fact that I had actually never played the original back in the day, and enjoying this one so much. Not only have I pre-ordered the physical version from I was going to say Live Action Games, from Limited Run Games, although Adrian should be getting them in at Live Action Games too. I've actually gone back now and I've purchased a copy of Blaster Master for the NES to play it on original hardware. I've enjoyed this game. This has been really, really good, even though I am obviously not very good at it. So we get our weapons upgrades there and everything. I mean, again, I think this sounds good. It looks good. Let's go to the main menu. Do some Horizon Chase Turbo. Another just fabulous game. You guys have heard me talk about Horizon Chase Turbo in the past. Great, great game. If you are a fan of Outrun and Rad Racer, this definitely will speak to your retro love of those types of games. And what I learned recently as well is there's a physical version of this one too, which I've just recently picked up. Thanks to Mr. Sujano for giving me that information. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, definitely make sure that you do so. Brazil! Ooh, we need to do Street Fighter. I know it sounds lame. I like the Viper. I just think it works well. Oh, got on the gas too hard. Not the most, You will never compare this to Gran Turismo from a graphical standpoint, but that's not what it's designed to be either. On the outside, taking over the lead. Your new leader, Rock Solid. This is a rock solid pass, you might say. Oh, this is basically just an oval. But as you can see, colors and details, everything looks good. I'm not feeling any lag or latency or any issues there that can befall a third-party dock at sometimes. Oh, I had nitros I could have used too, and I didn't. So 1 minute and 2 seconds. Where does that put me on the leaderboard? Put it on the board. Yes. Oh, we're going to go to Street Fighter. And for those curious, I am using my Pro controller with the Super NES style casing and whatnot on here. If you want to know how to do this mod for your controller, I will have a link up there. Be right around my face, right here. It'll cover this up, which you'll be thankful for. And we're going to go to Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and pick Ryu, USA. Ken? Oh, Guile. So I remember back as when I was a kid, this would always be like Guile would be the one character that I would always have problems with. My friend Chris Springer would always take Guile as his guy because I could never counter his the sonic kick that he had. Guile kicked my ass again. Arrgh! Now, in my capture software, you probably noticed too that this is a 4:3 aspect ratio, so it doesn't force 16:9, which is good. I'm happy with that. Oh, damn. Damn. Now, there's one other thing that I want to show you on this dock, and it's something that there's only one other dock that I know of that does that, and it involves my Samsung phone. Trust me, this is going to be kind of neat. So I have my Switch right here now, my Pro controller here. I have a keyboard. What am I going to do with the keyboard? Well, what we're going to do is we are going to log into Samsung Dex. So here you can see my Samsung Dex, and what this allows me to do is basically I can use my phone essentially almost like a micro PC on the go. You're going to go here to, I believe that's, yep, there's my app drawer. And I can swipe left or right to be able to, access this as I see fit. If I wanted to, I could play, let's launch R-Type. And there you can see it is loading R-Type on here. And if I wasn't using my keyboard, I could actually go ahead and connect my my USB controller onto the dock so that I could go ahead and play in handheld mode. Or not handheld mode, but in Dex mode. Oh well. So I'm using down arrows here to shoot, and auto fire basically is on. So there is R-Type, so you can play games with it if you would want to. Now I don't think it's going to allow me to do, and I don't know why it's kind of flashing green on the screen. It's probably a copyright protection mode. Let's just play some Voyager real quick, and then if I want to, I can actually restart so I can go full screen. I'll just hit play on that again. And there you can see it plays Netflix. So if you don't have an Android TV, The Visitor, it's actually a really beautiful episode, as weird as it sounds to say about a Star Trek episode. So you don't need a Roku or anything like that to be able to do casting to your TV if you would like. And you can even do simple things like just browse the internet. So let's go here. And you can always search for an app. And I can go full screen. There's that. And it gives you, pretty much a micro browser experience that you can view on your television. So very cool. Gives you an extra feature to this dock that, like I say, there's only one other dock that I know that's out there that does this. Pretty cool. Let's wrap it up. So what do I think of the Gulikit Switch Dock? Well, it's small, it's light, it's compact, no real issues with lag or latency. It has a USB-C port on the back. It has a USB 3.0 port on the back. I kind of wish it had one more USB port, so that way if I wanted to go ahead and use my Dex dock with a wireless controller and the keyboard and whatnot, that I could do that. But that's also another benefit of this. I can use this as a Dex dock for my Samsung phone or tablet. Very, very cool. Overall, a really good value, well put together, and quite honestly, it's just simple. It works. That's the best thing about it. I still say it looks like an Apple TV though. I will have a link down below in a pinned post where you can get your own through ValueQ. And again, thanks to them for sending us one for review. Overall, very well put together little unit. Now, don't forget, use an official Nintendo OEM power supply with this, just like what I did, and you should not have any problems whatsoever. Now, if you do have any other comments or questions about the Gulikit Switch Dock or anything in general, as always, feel free to go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can visit me over on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, like I mentioned, we will have a link to where you can pick this up down below in a pinned post from ValueQ. Thanks again to them for sending us this for review. Now, if you are looking for any other parts, accessories, doodads for your modern or retro video game consoles, as always, please check out CastlemaniaGames.com. And the cool thing over there is he has a feature called Castle Cash, where the more you spend, the more you earn towards future purchases. And the cool thing too is if you use promo code RockSolid10, you can save 10% off of most items on the website. Now, you can also go ahead, if you want to help support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so in a couple of different ways. First and foremost, head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. You'll get exclusive early access to all of our content and exclusive content as well for as little as $1 a month, $12 a year. Doesn't get a whole lot cheaper than that. You can also head on over to our Teespring store on screen right now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more, all featuring the Rock Solid Productions logo on a different retro style cartridge. And everything we raise here goes right back into the channel, from different mics, new lights, games to test out, cables to test out, a whole lot of things for us to do here on the channel. It gets rolled right back into what we're doing here. And to everyone who has gone ahead and helped to support the channel, thank you so very much. And the easiest way that you can support the channel, quite honestly, is like I mentioned at the very top of this video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. That way you are kept up to date every time a new video goes live. If you are looking for a secondary or a portable dock, this is actually a really good option. The one thing it is missing, I would say, no Bluetooth audio output. That would have made this an absolute home run. The design is also a little bit uninspired, but it works. And that's, at the end of the day, all that you care about, right? Is that it works. My name is Gary, and this has been Rock Solid Productions, and our look at the Gulikit Portable Switch Dock from ValueQ. I thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon.